Welcome, everybody, to the College Basketball Preview Show on the Gruely True Sports Network. I'm your host, Mike Goodpaster, and we're going to look at tonight's battle in East Lansing as the Purdue Boilermakers travel to Michigan State. Purdue, of course, their last road game, were beaten by Michigan last week. And right now, the Big Ten Championship is up for grabs between Purdue, Michigan, and Michigan State. Wisconsin has put themselves a little bit in the conversation also as they've gotten hot as of late. This is a huge game. And Michigan State is coming off a win over Illinois at Illinois. They dominated the overvalued Fighting Illini. Now, Michigan State was dangerously close to dropping its fourth game in its last five against Illinois. However, the Spartans did topple the overvalued Illini, as I said. Meanwhile, Purdue couldn't stop Wisconsin in the second half, losing by 10, suffering a second straight loss. They lost to Michigan by 3 earlier in the week, and then dropped the game at home against Wisconsin. Now, Braden Smith has scored fewer than 10 points for a second time in 3 games against Wisconsin, but he did toss in 10-plus assists in 2 of the 3 games. He's the best point guard in the country and will find ways to impact this game no matter what. To me, it comes down to what Matt Painter gets from C.J. Cox, Miles Colvin, Cameron Hyde, and Caleb Furst. Those are the other 4 big minute getters in Purdue's rotation. Cox scored 13 versus Wisconsin, so that may turn into some momentum for him coming into this game tonight at East Lansing. It's the complete inverse of Michigan State's situation. The Spartans don't have a bona fide big. Instead, they have 8 or 9 players who can lead them in scoring on any given night. So you get Michigan State and their 8-man rotation. Purdue is led by their big 3, Kaufman, Wren, Lawyer, and Smith. Now, moreover, Purdue's defense, which is pivotal to his success, has cratered as of late. The Boilermakers have allowed 1.08 PPP or more in 3 of their last 4 contests, including 1.45 to Wisconsin. Making matters worse, the Badgers shot 20 of 22 from inside the arc. Rim protection continues to plague Purdue, as opponents shoot 54.9% from 2, which is 314th nationally. The one area the Boilermakers defense excels at is forcing turnovers. They poke the ball away 18.9% of the time. Even the ability to force turnovers has disappeared lately, though. They've taken the ball away 11 or fewer times in 3 of their past 4 games. Everything for Michigan State begins defensively. It's not just about getting stops, but the Spartans turn those stops into the ideal Tom Izzo offense. The Spartans are 13th in Ken Palm's defensive efficiency. They limit teams to just 28% from 3. That's 8th nationally, and 47.3% from inside the arc, which is 50th nationally. So why is getting stops the key to unlocking Coach Izzo's offense? Well, it's easier to get running in transition off of rebounds. Michigan State loves to push it, as 20% of the Spartans' offensive possessions come in transition, and they score 1.083 PPP on those possessions. Conversely, Purdue gets taken advantage of in transition. They allow 1.046 PPP, which is 41st percentile in the nation. I also don't worry much about Purdue switching to zone to exploit Michigan State's shooting woes, as its rivals from Indiana did. The Boilermakers have had just 1 position of zone all year. Moreover, in Saturday's win over Illinois, Michigan State's shooting problems turned around, as it connected on 5 of 12 shots from deep. Do I have faith that that's starting a trend for the Spartans? No. Jackson Kohler made 4 threes. Xavier Booker made 1. The guards still can't shoot. And that's the only thing holding Michigan State back. Also, Michigan State has the bodies to contain Kaufman Wren. It begins with 7-footers Zapala, 6'11" Cooper, and 6'9" Kohler. If Michigan State can contain Travis Kaufman Wren before he gets to his comfortable right hand, he could be a fish out of water. Now, I think Michigan wins this interior battle. But when I look at these teams, I think Michigan State is vastly overvalued. I don't think their conference schedule was exceedingly tough. I think non-conference schedule, Purdue's was much tougher. I think Purdue was battle-tested. They've got a very good coach. They're coming off 2 straight losses. I have a hard time seeing Purdue losing 3 straight here. Now, I'm not going to take Purdue on the money line, but I'm going to take Purdue into 3.5 points right now, because I think this is going to be a tight, down-to-the-wire game. I think the best bet here is take Purdue plus 3.5 And I'm really considering putting a money line bet on Purdue. I do not see this team losing 3 straight games. All right, guys, make sure you follow me at Grueling Truth. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification on YouTube. If you're going to bet the game, go to BetMGM. You can find a link in the description down below if you're watching on YouTube. And make sure you check out the Grueling Truth for all your sports content. But for now, guys, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been watching and listening to the Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.